What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as stellar lumens to Bitcoin. In today's episode, I do have a few things to talk about. One being, like, if you're worried about cryptocurrency, Litecoin, Bitcoin, definitely stick around till the end of the episode. There is a lot of news and information I want to go over and discuss with you to kind of shake those fears away and give you a little more reassurance with your potential investments in cryptocurrency. Otherwise, I want to just show you guys this article really quick before we jump into the coin market cap. So this is an interesting article, and I do want you guys to voice your opinions, what you think about this in the comment section below. This was posted by William Suberg on Cointelegraph.com. Definitely a useful website in my opinion. Definitely recommend checking out. It says Bitcoin falls through $6,000 support as Zappo president warns of altcoin extinction event. So I kind of skimmed through the article, and the only important part I really wanted to show you guys was this last area over here. It says on social media, commentators were eyeing the knock-on effect Bitcoin price's volatility traditionally has on altcoin markets, producing higher moves both up and down in those assets. So basically that's saying, for all those who don't understand, when Bitcoin moves up, altcoins volume trickles into altcoins, and that usually follows. Like I say, altcoins are usually Bitcoin's little brother. What Bitcoin does, Litecoin and cryptocurrencies like to do too. So if Bitcoin goes down, usually altcoins go down with that. So it says, as Bitcoin dominance, or the percentage of total crypto market cap, that is Bitcoin's, hits highs not seen since December 2017, Twitter analysts are similarly calling for a repeat of the altcoin bull market, which began in the latter half of that month. Higher Bitcoin market dominance, they claim, is apt to produce a U-turn in altcoins downtrend. Definitely something I would like. It makes sense in my opinion. When we see Bitcoin's dominance move up, we should see a U-turn in. That's actually interesting. Higher Bitcoin market dominance is apt to produce a U-turn in altcoins downtrend. So that's saying a market dominance of Bitcoin going higher. We should see a U-turn in altcoins downtrend. So I'm going to show you guys what market dominance is on the coin market cap in a second, but that's interesting. Definitely let me know what you think. I'm about to voice my opinion on that in a minute, but just to sum it up, it says others were altogether less sure. In comments Monday, Zappo president Ted Rogers considered current conditions conducive to produce an extinction level event for cryptocurrencies en masse. So that's pretty interesting. So we have two completely polar opposite opinions. One saying with Bitcoin dominance on the rise, we should see altcoins reverse and move up higher. While on the other hand, the Zappo president, Ted Rogers, says when Bitcoin dominance moves up, we should see an extinction in cryptocurrencies, especially altcoins, mainly altcoins. So that's truly a polar opposite, and I'd love for you guys to clarify your opinions with me on that. Let me know in the description below. Otherwise, let's just move on with this episode. It says, so on the coin market cap, it says market cap is 194 billion. Quite interesting. We did break through that $200 billion support level. We're going to have to see how low we go. We're going to see if we're going to go to a $30 Litecoin, if we're going to go to a $4,000, $3,000 Bitcoin. This is definitely an interesting play on the market. A lot of people were anticipating higher moves, and there are still some reports of people predicting a $50,000 Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people in the comments are saying that Bitcoin and cryptos, the reason we're going down is to flush out the weak hands. A lot of others are also saying a lot of manipulation has been seen in the market too. There's so much to go on. I also see it as a consolidation or a correction back to normal trend lines, but it's totally up in the air, guys. No one can know for sure, and we're just going to have to play it by ear and see how that goes. The best thing I can do is give you guys guidance and something to follow as we continue to learn more about cryptocurrency. And on that note, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. We are doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers, so it's right around the corner. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And for those of you who are already subscribed, you'll be automatically entered in the giveaway. But you can see when I scroll down, another day of practically all red, which is quite interesting in my opinion. Top 10 cryptos, only one is slightly up, 0.08%, which is Tether, which we saw get hit pretty darn hard a few days ago. But otherwise, everything is It's interesting though, now that I look at it, Bitcoin is slightly down, very, very, very low, only down 2%, but all the altcoins are getting hit really, 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 really hard. Monero's down 11%, Cardano 11%, Litecoin 7%, Bitcoin Cash 8%, Ethereum 8%, Ripple 5%, like massive, massive, massive hits on the market while Bitcoin stays slightly above. So definitely something I want to check out now and kind of see where these prices are going to. So I'm on Bitcoin right now on the daily, and you can see the lowest point we had was at around $5,800 for Bitcoin. You can see how we had one touch here, second. This potentially is the third, and from what I can see, $5,800 seems to be an extreme support level for Bitcoin, and it does seem to be holding quite strong. Again, it is very possible for us to break through that. I'm just letting you know there is a lot of potential for it to hold $5,800. So we could potentially see a bounce off of there. Now you can see again, we did retrace right back up as soon as we tested areas as low as 5,800. We may trade sideways. We may pull back down to retest it once again. It's definitely an interesting thing. You know, we're basically almost oversold on the daily in the relative strength index for Bitcoin, which is interesting to note too. I'm sure we're beyond oversold on the 4-hour for Bitcoin, which we'll check in a second. But we did see a retracement up here. We could potentially head down to 5,800. That would be the next level of support for Bitcoin if we fall lower. So we're going to have to see if we're going to hold that. You can see where it's finding support right now at around 62, 61, 80, around that area, because that is where the bottom of the shoulders were for this reverse head and shoulders formation was. But like I said, in like a week or two prior, when we saw these highs, I was getting extremely nervous for a pullback that we're experiencing right now, mainly due to the fact we were overbought, and to do that so quickly was almost like we should pull back pretty quick. Interesting enough though, the fact that we fell just as quickly gives me some reassurance that we should pull right back up and kind of retest that high-low middle moving average, and there is plenty of potential for us to move up there. So definitely hold strong, guys. I know a lot of you guys have lost 80, 70, 60, 90% of your portfolios. It's been a wild ride for crypto. I do think things will get better, you know, but we're just going to have to hold on tight for now and ride out the storm, you know what I mean? Secondly, let's look at Litecoin. So a lot of you guys are giving me a lot of hate and in the comments, and you know, your guys are, I'm open to hearing your opinions, nothing wrong with that. But you can clearly see we did break my support level at 55, and you can see we held that quite well before. For a full day we held support here, but as we saw Bitcoin's price get driven down lower, it ultimately affects Litecoin, and you can see a pullback as such. But again, I stay firm with the fact that 54, 55 is a strong support for Litecoin, and personally, I do think we're going to go back above there. You can see I do have that white line, that white line that has been drawn on the market that was there yesterday as well. And for those of you who don't know, that is another support. I said if we break 55, we should head to this level. I wasn't anticipating a break below this, but we did. And ultimately, I do think we're going to pull right back up to that $55 level very soon. So if we wake up tomorrow or in the next following days, we should anticipate a move back to 55, because we are beyond oversold for Bitcoin, for Litecoin. I have not seen a level of, it's like not even on here. I'm going to make this zoom out a little bit more so we can get a better look. Hold on. I believe I can just pull here. No. All right. Well, all I know is we are extremely low to a point where we shouldn't have been, truly. And the fact that we are that low, like last time we were down there was all the way. Honestly, this isn't even there. It's been probably around a year or so since we've been this oversold on Litecoin. A lot of people are bringing up Litecoin Charlie Lee, saying that he called a $30, $20 Litecoin, and that's where we're headed. Personally, I don't think he had any influence for the most part on the market. I think this is just Bitcoin for the most part. As you guys know, he doesn't really correlate with Bitcoin for the most part. He did say to own one, but which you could either take with a grain of salt or listen to his advice and buy a full one. But for the most part, we did hit a low here. I do think we're going to retrace. We are way too oversold on the daily, and I do think we're oversold on the 4-hour ever so slightly. So I do think a pullback is due. Clearly, we're most likely, in my opinion, going to head back up to the 55 and then back up to this high-low middle moving average right here, and then this yellow downtrend. But until we break the yellow, I am going to hold bearish on Litecoin. Do I anticipate a 30? I'd be very shocked if we had a $30 Litecoin. Obviously, anything can happen, but I'd be extremely shocked after a run as such to go all the way down to 30. Very shocked in my opinion. So lastly, let's look at Ethereum on the top 3 blue chips that we like to talk about. Wow. So yesterday I updated my computer and it kind of reset everything, so ignore that. So some of our lines were deleted for the most part, but things are pretty much in the right order in my opinion. All right, let me just draw this last line. So interesting enough, again, extremely oversold on the daily, like extremely oversold, which gives me confidence we're going to head back up to support at around 287 in my opinion. I know we're below 300, which is absolutely wild. 260, which is absolutely wild. But we are really far away from that high-low middle moving average, so I do think we're going to pull back up to that shortly. But otherwise, I think we're just going to have to consolidate, really ride this out. But I do think we're definitely due 100% to move up. It's just a matter of when that's going to happen. As for this line, this is an interesting line in my opinion, because this kind of cuts the market in a few ways. You can see how right around here, how we kind of balanced on the top of this, then acted as resistance for a few times, then broke above it, and then now it's acting as a resistance point. So I'm going to keep this line on here for the most part, but definitely let me know where do you guys think Ethereum is headed? Do you think it's going to go to like $100, $250? Do you think it's going to break upwards? I personally think it's going to retrace in the short term back to around 290 and then inevitably pull back up to its middle moving average up here because of how oversold it is on Ethereum. Also, let me know if you guys have any Ethereum in your portfolio. Do you find it a bad coin, a good coin? Definitely let me know. So clearly, we have not looked at Stellar in quite some time. Just going to draw on some support angles for this token, and then we will get into some more TA with this. Let me just draw one here, one here. There's a few more. To me, it doesn't look like Stellar was affected that much with the drop in crypto. You can see that we did shoot up quite a decent amount, double topped at the top right here, so I guess that's considered another resistance right up here, and then we pulled way back down, bounced off here, and now pulled way back up, and are currently facing some resistance with this high-low middle moving average. In my opinion, looking at the fact that it's literally sitting on the 50 RSI, there is plenty of potential for this coin to pull back down, so be prepared. Anticipate a pullback. You can see it's fighting a lot of resistance and a lot of support there is at the current price level it is sitting at. Fighting this high-low middle moving average, it's honestly anyone's game at this point. Personally leaning more towards a bearish approach. We may see a pull back down to support right around here. But honestly, anything goes. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.